I was 13 years old when this happened. Life was simple back then. Wake up, go to school, play video games with my best friend Daryl, and sleep. That was my routine. We lived in a quiet suburban neighborhood in Pennsylvania. Our street was peaceful, the kind where neighbors waved at each other while tending their gardens. Daryl and I were inseparable. We had the same classes, played the same video games, and spent weekends either at the library or sneaking into the mall. We were just normal kids living normal lives. At least that's what I thought. Until Daryl disappeared. It started on a Thursday. Daryl didn't show up for school. I figured he was sick. No big deal. But then he didn't text me back. That was weird. Even when he was sick, he'd at least reply with a yeah or LOL to my texts. Friday morning, still no response. His house looked the same. No sign of movement. No car leaving the driveway. I walked across the street and slipped his homework into the mailbox. Maybe he'd see it later. That night, I stayed up late playing video games. Around 1 a.m., I got a message. It was from Daryl. Just one word, hi. Something about it sent a chill down my spine. No emojis, no follow-up. Just, hi. I replied, dude, where have you been? A minute later, he responded, sick. His replies were short, cold, unlike him. I asked if he got his homework. Yeah. I asked if he was coming to school on Monday. No. That was the last message he sent. I didn't know why, but my stomach felt twisted, like something was seriously wrong. I shook it off and went back to gaming, until I noticed something. The upstairs bedroom light in Daryl's house was on. Through the closed blinds, I saw a shadow, a figure pacing back and forth. I stared for at least 7 minutes. The person never stopped. Never looked out the window. Something about that bothered me. I muttered, what the hell, to myself, and finally went to bed. Sunday night, 1 a.m. I had finally started to relax when... Ring, ring. My phone rang. The sudden noise shattered the silence. I groggily picked up. Hello? Nothing. Just breathing. Hello? Then, click. They hung up. I looked at my screen and my blood ran cold. The call was from Daryl's number. My hands shook as I called him back. The phone rang, and then I heard something. A faint ringtone, not from my phone, from inside my house. The sound was coming from the guest room, right next to mine. The call connected. A deep, raspy voice whispered, "You're not alone." I dropped my phone. My body felt paralyzed, but my brain screamed, "Run!" I jumped up and locked my bedroom door. Footsteps, slow, deliberate. They stopped at my door. Then the doorknob turned, locked. The voice on the other side chuckled, come out, wherever you are." A bang against the door, then another, harder, louder. I collapsed to the floor, shaking. My hands fumbled for my phone. 911. Through the pounding, I choked out, "Someone's in my house, please, help me." The dispatcher tried to calm me down, but all I could hear was screaming. Not mine, his. A twisted, inhuman wail. The police were 2 minutes away, but I knew I wouldn't last that long. Then, silence. The pounding stopped. I waited, barely breathing. My heart hammered so hard I thought it would give me away. Then I heard the police sirens. I never felt relief like that before. By the time officers entered the house, the intruder was gone. But what they discovered next was worse. The old woman, Lorraine, the one the police had asked about, she was found murdered. Her body was in her living room, her head was in the attic. And Daryl's house His entire family was butchered. The person I saw in the window. It wasn't Daryl. It wasn't his brother. It was his dead grandfather. The police said the killer had been hiding in Daryl's house. After murdering Lorraine, he snuck in and killed Daryl's entire family. Then, he stayed there, living in their home, using Daryl's phone, watching me, and on that last night, he had been inside my house. They never caught him. To this day, I triple-check my doors before bed. I don't play video games late at night anymore, and sometimes I still get a text from Daryl's number. "Hi,